It was that night Bruce lost his parents, murdered in cold blood in front of the young boy's eyes. And once again, in this story, he faces his parents' killer, the man who shaped him up to be the Batman. Reliving that night for years, the murder of his parents traumatized Bruce, leaving a scar that wouldn't heal, an itch he couldn't scratch. This painful memory inspired his vow to avenge their deaths by fighting crime in Gotham City as the vigilante Batman. Whilst deep in thought, Bruce is drawn to a news report on the executed last members of the Moxon crime family.
This marks a chilling escalation from a group many are already calling the worst criminals Gotham City.
An eyewitness identifies the Joker, seemingly continuing his war of chaos in Gotham. This catches Bruce's attention, as the Moxon family gained notoriety when they were accused of orchestrating the murders of Thomas and Martha Wayne. It is no secret to Gotham that Joe Chill was the man who murdered Bruce Wayne's parents in cold blood and was sentenced to life in prison at Blackgate. Following his investigation, Batman pays a visit to Joe Chill at Blackgate, only to be caught in flashbacks when arriving at his cell. Filled with rage, he kicks down the cell door, only to find it's empty due to Joe being taken to a medical ward with stage 4 cancer. Realising he was vulnerable, the Joker kidnaps Joe and attempts to get a confession out of him as to why he murdered Thomas and Martha Wayne. In the hunt for the three Jokers, Batman revisits Joe's cell to discover over a dozen letters that never made it to Bruce Wayne, and confronts Reverend Evans as to why Joe wrote his apology. Batman assumes that after falling sick, Joe wanted to repent and seek forgiveness for his sins, but was advised that these letters were wrote long before he was aware of his illness. While searching through the letter, Batman finds theatre tickets, leading him to the same theatre he attended that night of his parents' death. Batman enters the theatre to be greeted by a recording of the Joker interrogating Joe Chill into explaining why he killed the Waynes. Batman locates the pair and confronts the clown.
You want to make a new Joker, and you think that's Joe Chill?
How can it not be? I want you to know why I'm making a new Joker. Because I want to be more to you than anyone. Right now I'm nothing but undefined chaos. I need to be more. I need to be everything to you. He can be the Joker who matters.
He's a sick old man, that's all.
I'm betting this little bath will put him in remission.
Don't make me ask again, Mr. Chill. Tell me more.
With the threat of being plunged into a vat of chemicals, the same chemicals that made the Joker go insane, Joe confesses.
The Waynes. I figured there were people like me because of people like them. I was angry, bitter, lost. I thought I'd take whatever they had on them. But their boy, there were people trying to help Gotham with all they had. They were good people, and I took them from their son. All these years, I still don't know how to tell them. I'm sorry.
The building engulfs with flames, and Batman and Joker continue their battle, surrounded by fire, and Joe Chill dangling helplessly. Using this to Joker's advantage, he cuts the rope.
Another criminal falls into the burning bath. Another Joker is born.
Batman dives to save Joe while the Joker makes his escape, and using all of his resources, uses the grapple gun to swing across the building, kicking Joker through a brick wall, knocking him unconscious. Now standing face to face with the man who murdered his parents, on the very street of their death, conflicted between vengeance and justice. Joe, knowing who the Batman is through rumours at Blackgate, knows his fate and expects Batman to kill him. Realising Joe's regrets and guilt for his actions, Bruce chooses mercy and lets him live. Distracted, the building starts to crumble, with bricks falling towards Joe, and Batman once again saves his parents' killer, to live out the remainder of his days until his death follows shortly after by cancer. With the goal to find out the reason behind the Joker's plan, Batman escorts him to Blackgate. Sitting directly opposite him, Joker confesses he knows exactly who Batman is, but fears if the world knew, he would stop his vigilante role. Joker's plan was to heal the very wound that had been driving Bruce into despair, so he can finally be all that matters to him, a true arch-nemesis.